Hello guys, welcome to Creative Events International. So today I'm making a video on this turban. I think of two different ways of achieving this turban. So really at what the designs are and create possibilities of achieving what the designs are. All right. So when I look at this turban, first of all, I'll say that the base is very flat. So by implication, there is need to attach a belt to the base so that you can really tie it. The back is very droppy, so that is, it drops very well. So it means you need a longer length of fabric for it. Then the top is a pleat, but you can see that the pleat is obviously not resting. All right, it's not a flat pleat. It means that something has to be done for it not to be flat. And then another thing is that if you are not doing anything for it not to be flat, then the fabric has to be a fabric that can stand and the pleat will be pronounced. That is something that is a little bit strong, but not too strong, but something that can stand on its own. So these are the possibilities we consider as we go through the tutorial. So first, I have two methods of doing this. I will first of all do the stretchy fabric that we are used to. All right. So I would be working with a scuba fabric. This scuba is a little bit thick, but not too thick, but it's thick and bouncy. So it has this foam. You know, anything with foam on its own, it can want to uh stand on its own to an extent. So it has foam. It's not as light as, I don't know if you know the material they call shiny face. It's not as light as shiny face. It's thick. It's thick. All right. So let's just watch what to do. Let's look at the measurement first. So this is all this style is all about, or this particular plate. All right. So this video, I just want to use it for a kind of explanation, and that's why I'm making it. So I'm just using scuba, and then it's good that your fabric is long, so you can go as far as having 40 by 40. Yes, 40 by 40. And then because of the pleats, so while you are pleating, you are not going to pleat the whole material. So you decide how many of the plate, maybe five, six, eight of the plate you want to fold. Okay. This material is not really enough, but I chose to manage it for the purpose of this explanation. I will come back with a part two tutorials on this particular um turban, because it's trending and this turban style is just coming out. So we are going to have too many things to do with it. A lot of patterns will come out of it. As we progress, you people will see the different patterns that will be coming out. Every creator will come up with different patterns and it will make sense. So that's just a chart. So for this now, we are going to be folding. We are going to fold. So when you fold, the first thing you will do is give a space. You give a space that will allow you attach it to the base. After that, we just fold it and pin, fold and arrange and pin, fold it, arrange and pin. Then when you are done with the whole of that arrangement and pinning, it will now be time for you to open it one by one and sew. So when you are opening it one by one and sewing, you'll be removing the pins. As you sew, you remove the pins, you sew, you remove the pins. All right. So there's a certain level of closeness. All right. There's a certain level of closeness that you are supposed to establish. So you can see that me, I'm just creating the pleat and the height instantly. You see the way I'm doing it. I'm deciding the height, and I'm not ready to sew this pleat flat. I'm just ready to sew it the way you see me doing it now. I raise it, pin all of them down. I already know the part of this material I'll be using for the pinning. All right, for the pleats. So you look at it. So the next thing I will do is that I will start to sew it. I'll be removing the pins as I sew, remove pins and sew, remove pins and sew. And then you also have to be careful so that you don't sew on top of the one that you have sewn before. So as I start sewing everyone, I ensure that the first one I have sewn is lying flat on the other side. So there's no way it's going to enter into this one I am sewing. So in doing that, you just have to be careful, because as beginners, if you are not careful, you will even spoil your fabric. So when we are done sewing, we'll just take our, you can see the pleat already now. So we'll go ahead, prepare our base. I told you before that I don't have enough fabric, so because I don't have enough material, I'm just making do with what I have for the purpose of these tutorials. This video is mainly because of these tutorials. All right, so like I said before, I'm going to come back with another video, and then this time we will not be using a stretchy fabric, because most of the styles you can use something like damask and all of that. So it's going to be a very different approach from this particular one that we are using scuba. Okay, so after everything, we'll be looking at, okay, attach the base carefully. So when you are closing, it is important to note that this turban must have a very good space to backdrop. It has to be a good backdrop. So when you close and you are using 10.5, that is why I prefer using handle for the turban. So the base should be a tied base, but for these tutorials now, I'm not using a tied base. So please use a tied base. Either you are using scuba or you are using satin or any fabric, please use a tied base, so that your backdrop can have a good distance. And then look at what I did here. When you want to sew it, you cannot just turn it over and sew anyhow. You have to arrange this pleat to face the base. So you don't just allow it to face anywhere. No, you have to position it to face the direction it ought to face, which is the front. So I'll be sending in a second video on this pattern, and I'll be using a non-stretchy fabric. In that video, I would be showing you what to do to the pleat to make it stand out. All right, what you will do to the pleat to make it very bold. If you look at the picture we have, you just see the plate is so bold. You can just like at a glance notice that this plate is big, this plate is bold and all that. So we are going to look at what to do to the plate to make it bold in the next video. Okay, and that video also, I'll be using a satin or any non-stretchy fabric. The base will also be a tied one. The video is going to be more detailed, but this one is just to give you an idea of what is done. Okay, so today's video is ended. We are done. If today is your first time discovering Creative Ends International, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so we use hot glue to arrange this. I did not arrange here, please. All right, but you use hot glue to set it. If I'm setting it with hot glue now, I'll be able to set it to the picture, to the pattern of the picture that you are seeing, but I did not set it. All right, but in the next video we'll be doing the setting as well. I pray God help us. Okay, so bye.